Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing my August favourites video. If you've never watched any of these types of videos before, I'm basically going to be showing you and telling you about my favourite beauty products that I've been really loving this month. But I wanted to quickly add like mini reviews on stuff that I've been testing from that haul as well. So I've got like little reviews on like the Colourpop foundation, the powder, the primer and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to know like little reviews of that, then make sure you just stay till the end of the video because I'll talk about that then. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly let you know. If you are interested in seeing my August favourites for this month, then be sure to give the video a thumbs up and just keep watching. So the first products that I'm going to talk about is actually a brush. I showed this to you guys in my haul that I did a few weeks ago. It's the Zoeva 101 Luxe Face Definer brush, and I told you in that video, I think, and when I did like the first impressions and I tried it and stuff, I told you in those videos there that I've just been loving this so much. It's just kind of like a domed fluffy brush and it's just huge. Like look at it compared to the size of my face, and I've really been loving this for like shimmery bronzers or anything with a sheen. I feel like it just distributes all like the product really nicely on the skin and it doesn't like leave it too clumped together or anything like that. Instead, I just use it for kind of anything with a sheen. I used it to apply my bronzer today, and I used like the Too Faced like the chocolate gold bronzer, which obviously has a sheen to it, and I used that today and I just love this brush so much. I've been using it all the time. It's really good as well if you're in a rush and you just need to like bronzer around your face, and also if you just need to put like a bit on your chest or anything, because it's so big and so fluffy, it'll just evenly distribute all the products all around, and it's just a really good brush. The other thing that I did want to say about this brush is that this was expensive, and to me, for Zoeva, this was really expensive. Like it was £20, and I don't know if everything's kind of changed, but like the last time I bought something from Zoeva, I think it was like a palette, and I think their palettes are like £15 or £20, and the brush was 20. I don't know, I just thought it was a bit pricey for them. I don't know if they've like upped their prices and stuff like that anymore, I don't know, but I just thought that was a bit expensive for Zoeva. Next two products I want to talk about are actually lip products. Also, I forgot to mention in the beginning, I'm not going in any particular order, I'm just grabbing stuff and just going to talk about it. So I've got two lip products that are both from Colourpop actually that I've just been obsessed with this month, and because I did a huge Colourpop haul, to be fair, a lot of these products are from the haul. Some of them aren't, but some of them are. So you've probably already seen some of these before. But the first one is this Colourpop lipstick, and it's their Luxe lipstick in the shade What's Your Sign. This was part of Kathleen Lights' collection with Colourpop from the Zodiac collection, and it's just a really, really nice nude shade. Colourpop's formula, I've been loving them since they came out with the Luxe lipsticks. I've always been a fan of them. They just wear really nicely on the lips, and most of all, they're just really, really comfortable. They don't dry out your lips or anything. This shade, yeah, it just looks like a normal kind of peachy nude, but I feel like it will suit a lot of skin tones because obviously Kathleen like created this, and obviously she wears this all the time. She's a lot fairer than I am. I feel like it will probably suit deeper skin tones as well. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like it could because it's not gonna wash you out. It's a really, really nice pink colour, so I really don't think it's gonna wash anyone with the deeper skin tone out. I think it's quite a good universal lipstick shade, so this is definitely a good one. Kind of pinky peachy nude. It's not that peachy, but it's a tiny bit peachy, if that makes sense. So it's a bit pinky but a bit peachy at the same time, but it just makes you really, really nice nude. And I can't remember if I said this in a video where I've used this lipstick before. Products from Colourpop, I think it's the only other Colourpop product in here that's my favourite this month, is their Ultra Glossy Lip, and it's in the shade Champagne Mami. I got this obviously from the haul, but this is like the new formula, I think. And first of all, it smells like sweets. It smells so sugary and so sweet. It smells really nice, but they have like a new applicator that I've really been loving. It's just kind of like a little brush. It's not like that doe foot applicator that literally everything else has. I just really love how this wears. It doesn't make that gross like white line in your mouth. After you've worn it for a long time, it just kind of wears away unless you obviously reapply it, which you kind of have to do with everything anyway. So I just love wearing this. I wear it to work quite a lot because I don't have to keep like worrying about it leaving that mark or anything, and I can just literally wear it for the whole day, and I love it. It's super, super glossy, but it's really, really comfortable. It's not sticky or anything like that. Also, I will say, like, it looks really, well, it looks like dark for a lip gloss, but when you apply it, they do apply a lot sheer So yeah, if you're worried about that being a bit too dark and you just think I don't want to wear that for every day, they don't apply as pigmented as like it looks in the bottle. It is a lot sheerer, but obviously it's a lip gloss, so if you want more pigment, just get a liquid lipstick. The next product is a blush, and I feel like this is kind of no surprise if you've been watching my videos since that haul, but this is the Physicians Formula Butter Blush in Nude Silk. I have not used one other blush since I tried this. If I filmed a video and I used a different blush, obviously it was just for the tutorial, but off camera I have just been using this. It's been in my little makeup bag like for every day. I have not swapped this out yet and I don't want to. It's just the nicest nude and I'm so in love with it. I love my MAC Peaches. It's still like my favourite all-time blush, but this is actually creeping up there. Like it's so, I'm just really love it. Just got a really nice nude undertone, but I wouldn't say it's pink or rosy or anything like that because it's not, but like a brown undertone I think, more than a pink, and I think that's what makes it so nice and nude, is that it's more like a brownie pink than like a pinky pink or a peachy pink, if that makes any sense to anyone. Again, I've tried Physicians Formula blushes before. I really like the formula. They smell amazing, just like everything from them does, and I feel like the formula is exactly the same as the bronzers. They're super creamy and buttery, hence the name, and they last really well on the skin. I am wearing a bit of the blush now. Obviously I don't wear a lot of blush. I'm just not a big blush fan, as in like wearing loads, so yeah, I just add it on just for like a bit of colour to the cheeks, but I don't know if you can even see that. So yeah, again, that's the shade Nude Silk. Okay, the next product is something that is probably my most favourite of the month. This is the YSL All-in-One Glow Foundation. I've got the shade BD50. I've been using this, I think, in all my tutorials for the past like week or something. I apologise, I'm going to stop using it on camera because one, I know it's super pricey, and two, I need to switch up my foundation, let's be honest. I've been wearing this off camera a lot. I try not to wear it all the time, like for work, because like it's so expensive and I don't want to waste a good foundation on work, you know? I'm wearing it on my skin now, and like I said, I've been wearing it in my previous videos, and it just leaves your skin looking so hydrated and really dewy. Someone with dry skin, I really do recommend this, not like just because it leaves your skin looking like really glowy, but because I feel like when you apply it, it feels like it's got a moisturizer in there, and obviously I know it's so expensive, so you're kind of gonna expect that from it, but it really moisturizes your skin so well. And I've been pairing it like with like another favorite of this month, which is the Smashbox primerizer. These two together, if you have really dry skin, yeah, they're both quite pricey, but I feel like this is just gonna save any boy or girl that has dry skin. Two together, amazing. So I'm gonna stop talking about this foundation because I've been talking about it a lot. Also, it's got pump and it's a tube, and it's just great. I love it. This, however, it's in a glass bottle. I probably could smash it, so I'm gonna be careful with it. But like I said, it's the primerizer from Smashbox. This has just been sitting on my desk, and I've been using this like in between like trying that Colourpop primer out, and which also I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say about it. It is what it says. It's a primer and a moisturizer all in one. I feel like it does genuinely make my makeup last a lot longer, and it just looks like I've just applied it at the end of the day whenever I wear this. Definitely it's one of my favourite primers I've ever tried. It's up there with that Armani primer, which is just like the best. Really tacky, but it just feels so moisturizing, and my skin does look nice and glowy after I've used it. Like I said, I'm wearing this with that foundation on top, so a lot of like my skin glow, apart from obviously the highlight, it's all just those two mixed together, and they're a good team, those two. I just got two more favorites to go, and the product that isn't from the haul is the Bobbi Brown highlighting powder, and this is in the shade Moon Glow. I've had this sitting in my drawer, and I don't know, I just haven't used it in so long. I finally got it out, and I was just wearing this for so long. I was wearing this for literally the whole month, and a bit of like last month as well, and it's just so nice. Just look at it, it's such a nice gold. I feel like if you're my skin tone, then this will be really nice for you because it doesn't leave like a dark line or anything. But I'm wearing it on my skin right now. That's the highlight obviously that I'm wearing, and this is just my perfect everyday highlight. I can wear this every single day, wear it really lightly on the skin, and it will just look like a sheen. It won't look powdery or like a highlight on the skin. Like, you just can't tell that it's actual powder. It just melts right into the skin. It's so nice. So yeah, I've really been loving this. It's just a really good formula. It just feels, I don't know, it feels a bit strange and it looks like it would be a bit glittery, but it's really not. When you just like apply it and blend it into the skin, it's so creamy. It just melts right into the skin really nicely. So again, also I just want to quickly say, I'm not 100% sure obviously, but I feel like if you have slightly lighter skin than me, I don't know if this is going to work because it is quite a darkish gold. It's more of a darker highlight than I would usually use, but it still doesn't leave that line on me. So that's why I just thought that if you're someone with a lighter skin tone, it may leave that line. So I don't know if it's going to work for another skin tone. But I don't know, they obviously they're going to have like different shades, but this is the shade that's been working for me, so formula, great. And the last product is the product that I'm wearing all over my eyes. It's the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone eyeshadow palette. So this obviously was in the haul and the first impressions, and from that video I knew that this was an incredible palette. This warm brown is just the best transition colour I've ever used. Obviously I'm wearing it on the eyes right now. In that video I think I used like the more warmer tones. I used like the kind of pink and the berry shade. Today I went for the green and the brown, and I just used the green like with my finger and then cleaned it up with a brush, and it's so pigmented. Like literally no shades in this have let me down, apart from this one slightly, which is like the inner corner highlight and brow bone. It's just a bit powdery. Like if I show you, when you kind of blend it, nah, I don't like. So yeah, literally that is the only shade I don't like, but this is literally under £4. You can get Wet n Wild off Beauty Bay if you're in the UK now. So yeah, I think this is just a really good palette. Like it's just so affordable and so good. I still need to try the blue over the lid and these two down here. Price, and it's such a good palette. I just think it's amazing, especially if you're just kind of wanting like a palette just to use like for every day. You've got a really nice transition colour, and these two are really nice. I think like I'd wear these every day. I've been using the pink a lot, and even like this taupey shade, I've been wearing them just with the brown to work and stuff, and I think it's a really nice kind of everyday natural-ish palette. So something I don't usually add in favourites videos is like little updates, but I thought I may as well, like it would make sense to. But I just have, can't really remember what else I had in the haul, but I've got like little reviews on these guys here. So these are from Colourpop. They're the skin products that I've been trying since obviously I did the haul and the review. I've been trying them off camera pretty much every day. Face primer, I don't like it. Just being honest, I've tried to use this in different ways, how I apply it and what like foundation I use it with. I'm gonna keep using it up until I've gone through it, just because I don't want to waste a product, but it just doesn't matte my skin when I apply foundation or anything else on top. It doesn't do anything. I also don't think it makes my makeup last longer. I feel like it just kind of moisturizes my skin. I don't see that it blurs anything either. Obviously I love Colourpop as a brand. They literally are my favorite brand, but this just didn't work out for me and I didn't like it. I feel like if they came out with like a dewy or hydrating primer, that's something I would want and it might work better for me, but this just didn't. So I think if you are someone that has oily skin, I don't suggest this primer, because I'm not that oily, but it didn't even hold my small amount of oils that come through my skin, so I don't think it's gonna hold back anyone who's super oily. This is their foundation, and I really like this. I do really like the foundation. It's not my favorite, but I feel like it just wears quite well throughout the day. It's really good for like an everyday foundation. I tried using it with a sponge and a brush, and I believe I remember liking it more with the brush than the sponge, which is strange because applying foundations more with the sponge. But yeah, I still use it with a sponge. It just depends. If I want more coverage, then obviously I'm going to use a brush. But even with a sponge, it still looks really nice, and it isn't completely matte. It will leave a nice shine on your skin, like a healthy glow. So if you're someone that again has oily skin, it's not going to be completely matte, so just letting you know. But it wears quite well throughout the day. It doesn't get cakey or dry, except just in between my brows, the tiniest bit. Most foundations do. I find it hard to find affordable foundations that don't cling in between my brows. I don't know what it is about this area. Foundation just doesn't like being here. So yeah, that's probably the only downside to the foundation, but like it's so affordable, it's great, the packaging's cute. Have the shade medium 100 in that. The powder, this is a very good loose powder, and at first when I started using this I was like, it's not gonna end up working for me, because every time I would set my eyes, my concealer would just crease after I've powdered after like 20 minutes, and I was just like that's really sad when you want to love a powder so much. But then I tried to bake with it and I left the powder under my eyes for like 5 minutes while I just like did bronzer or something else. Problem solved. For me personally, I have to bake with it, and this is actually the same for that Nabla loose powder that I tried. I have to bake with both of those powders. Like they just, for me, they don't work any other way. My concealer will just crease. But I kept trying with this one because it leaves your skin looking so smooth and just really airbrushed. That's why I kept wanting to try it and just tried to love it so much. Obviously I do have to bake with it, so maybe I wouldn't use this if I'm like in a hurry. I would use like my Vichy powder that I can just literally just pat under my eyes, swipe it away, and I'm good to go. Like I don't need to bake with that. But that's just me personally. I have very, very creasy eyes, under eyes and eyelids. I have to set my concealer 100% no matter what, and I have to set it quite quickly or I will just get creases under there. So yeah, just wanted to let you know. That's the end of the video, guys, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my monthly favourites. If you did, then be sure to give the video a thumbs up and also let me know your favourite product that you've enjoyed this month. Leave me a comment down below letting me know, and again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!